everybody, Shelly Heim here, live to you in this awesome Beachbody Champions page, and I'm gonna share a little bit about share with you today a little bit about what and how I run my free groups. And I have been a Beachbody coach for almost actively 6 years, coming up next month in January, and I have earned Success Club points. I think I'm now at Success Club 10 for almost 60 months. So this is I believe my 60th month this December. And so anyways, I'm super excited to share with you how I run my free groups. Hi Keyshawn, nice to see you. And how you can leverage this free group to your advantage to guide people into your amazing Beachbody Health Bet Challenge groups. Now you can use this template that I've shared with you, and you can see in the comments in this live video, I have shared this link with you. And this is an amazing template that I created for my team and actually for myself. So I would have a guide as to how to start an amazing free group from the very beginning of creating an event to the very end of closing, and how to move those people into a more advanced support group, paid group, however you want to call them. I call my groups after my 7-day group a 30-day support group. And this is basically whether you're in a warm market still or a cold market, this is a pretty surefire way for you to be on board with Success Club every month. And this really helped me when I started to move out of my warm market and into my cold market. This is where I'm actually developing all of my amazing challengers. This is how I'm developing my amazing challengers, allowing them to get amazing results and moving them into a more advanced or paid group. And it's really truly how I have been earning my Success Club points all year long since I've implemented this method. And I hope that you walk away with this and use it. And I've shared this throughout the network, so some of you may have already seen it, but it's made to help you create your own content as well. So you're going to see in this template that I encourage you to create your own images and your own videos. Now, I've included mine as a guide, so you can follow suit, you can duplicate, or you can make up your own as well. Now, of course, I don't want you to use my personal face or my personal videos. You can if you want, but that's not going to serve you very well. So use them as a guide. And then, of course, any stock images that don't have my name in them, or videos that don't have myself in them, or just those stock images, please take them and use them. They're great. The workouts are great. And actually, I got some of this inspiration from a top coach, Megan Eagleston, throughout the network, and I used her template and tweaked it a little bit and perfected it along the way. So some of the sample menus and stuff actually came from her, and I want to give her credit because she really helped me create this template and just perfect it anymore to suit my needs. So I appreciate you looking at it. I hope you use it and share it and create your own content, and so many coaches have benefited from this. So I know you will too. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message or post them in the comments below, and I'll keep coming back to this video to answer them. And if you want to send me a private message, that's great too. I will accept your message request, no problem. So anyways, so here we're going to start. So what this is it gives you a guideline from start to finish of how to create an event. There's a video that explains it from start to finish, and then how to keep that event fresh. And you need to add content to the event wall before your group starts every single day, and create engaging content and attract people to it. Now, if you create this through a business page, you can boost the event, or if you create it through your timeline, you can share it all over the place and get people attracted to your free group. You can also encourage people who do press the going button or the interested button to invite their friends as well. So I strategically do this every single month, the 7-day group. And it then nicely rolls into my paid group that I do every single month as well. So I like to start the month usually with my 7-day group. And then that will run for 7 days, but I keep it open for another 7 days after it closes to give people the time to see their progress photos that occurred for them within the 7 days, and also give them time to place orders if they like. Plus, it keeps them engaged, so there's no lapse in time before during the time that the 7-day group ends and the 30-day group starts. So you have about a week in there where you still can private message people, still add value within your group that you created, and keep continuing that momentum and motivation and inspiration to encourage them to move over into your paid group. So this happens for me every single month strategically, month in and month out. 7-day group into a 30-day group, 7-day group into a 30-day group. And the process of this template will show you exactly what I'm talking about when you go in and read it. So this is the process that you will receive in this template is a little bit of work. And it's a little bit of work, but it is completely worth it, because in my mind, I want people to get results fairly quickly. I want, with a free group, I don't want it to be very nonchalant. I want them to have I want it to have a significant impact on their progress and in their life. And so I implement these 4 items that they need to abstain from in 7 days: no sugar, no white carbs, no processed foods, and no alcohol for 7 days. Now, it's not forever, and of course, it's not as flexible as the 21-day fixed eating plan or the container system eating plan, but if they can commit to this for 7 days, they're going to have amazing results. And you are going to ask them to submit a before picture and an after picture, and that's where the magic is. Once they do that and you receive their after picture, then you're going to make a progress photo for them, before and after, side by side, and they're going to see what happened to them in 7 days in your group. And that is the profound moment where they are on your bus for life, and they see that this works with their own eyes. They may not see a huge number drop in the scale. Some do. I've had people lose 11 pounds in 7 days. But even if they lose 2 pounds, that photo is significant. A ton of inflammation is reduced in their body, and their bellies trim down, they become leaner, their skin looks better, they're standing taller, and that is where the amazing part of this process happens, is in that progress photo. And everything in this template includes how to construct a progress photo and how to have them submit the progress photo to you. Now, this group can be done in the My Challenge Tracker app, and it can also be done in a Facebook group. Either way, the template works for both. So, but I do have them send their before and after picture to my private email, and that takes private messaging outside of the My Challenge Tracker app. It makes it a little bit more personal, and outside of Facebook as well. And then from there, once they submit that before picture, I start a private message thread going with them in a conversation, and I get to know them a little bit better, what they're about, what their goals are, so on and so forth. So I'm building that relationship not only in our group, but through private messaging as well. So yes, it is a little bit of work, but it's totally worth it. Now you're going to see prizes also within the template that I give to people. You do not have to give the same prizes I do. They can be a lot less, they can be the same, they can be whatever you come up with, or you can omit that part of it and just do your own thing. If you don't want to do prizes, you don't have to do prizes. It's just an added thing that I choose to do, but it's not a requirement. And you can tweak any of these posts within the template. I've provided you with daily posts for about 10 days. So not only actually it's a little bit longer. So not only are you going to get the daily post for the 7 days, but you're going to get the pre-post that you're going to want everyone to know and prepare for about 2 to 3 days before the group starts, or the official start date, and then afterwards what happens and how you close your group out and how those daily posts look like as well. So from there, I'm glad you guys are commenting on this. This is really cool. I have a lot to remember and to say, so if I'm not commenting on your comments, that's why, but I'll get to them in just a little bit. So from here, then I believe that the 7-day time frame is really, really good, because I truly believe that people need to get through a weekend to stop self-sabotaging themselves and break that habit of getting through a weekend without overindulging. That sets them up for really good success through your challenge groups as well that you move them into. So now with the health bet coming up and how I've constructed the time frame of this current group, moving people into the Beachbody Health Bet, I'm going to condense it for 5 days, and I'll tell you why in just a second. So from here, I do recommend getting through, like I said, the weekend, but this coming time frame is a little rough with the holidays. So just bear with me for a minute and I'll tell you what my strategy is going to be for that. So the template is designed to encourage you to create, again, your own images, your own videos. Just follow the guideline as instructed and you will not have any problem. What I do is I create my event about 2 weeks to 10 days to 2 weeks out before my official start date. And then on that event wall, I'm posting every single day on that event wall, keeping people engaged, encouraged, motivated, posting value information, not giving all my secrets away, but just making them think, what does sugar do to you? What do processed foods do to you? Why we should avoid it? Giving them a little bit of teasers of what they're gonna get within the 7-day group. And then when we get closer to Friday, I go live on my Facebook page, and like say Wednesday before the Monday that you're going to start the group, I go live on my Facebook page and I invite people even more, and I share that video on my timeline. I share that video on my on the event wall as well, and that gains a lot of attraction, right? Because Facebook holds live video longer in our news feeds still, and really pushes it out there so people watch us live. So you want to do that on the Wednesday before the Friday you create the group. Then on Friday, before you start officially Monday, you're going to create your group, and you're going to post, as the template states, your pre-post before the group starts, which will get them ready and prepared to start the group. And I often tell them, look, this isn't about, we're not going to be worried so much about portions or going deep into, super crazy workouts or anything like that. I do provide workouts as well, but I do, I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry about that, guys. But anyways, I do, I just do focus on telling them that they really want to just truly think about eliminating those 4 items: sugar, no carbs, processed foods, and alcohol for the 7 days. And that's pretty much it. We get through the weekend, they're ready to go on Monday morning, and as the template states, all your daily posts are stated right there for you. You can copy and paste, you can tweak them how you like. So from here, how am I going to leverage this for the Beachbody Health Bet? It is kind of a crazy time of year, right? It's the holidays, and people are super busy. So I really thought about this, and here's my strategy. I'm going to take this 7-day group template and condense it to 5 days. So we are officially going to start my 7-day group the day after Christmas on the 26th of December, and we are going to complete it on the 30th of December. So that gives them 5 days. It gives them New Year's weekend as a little bit of a break, but you're going to keep that group open, okay, through the New Year's, and you're still going to post valuable information that weekend. So people may be out partying and doing their own thing, as they should. It's New Year's. It's a time for celebration. but they're still gonna hear your voice and see your posts throughout the weekend, just motivating them, giving them some encouragement, maybe some tips on how to get through New Year's without totally overdoing everything that they just accomplished in your 5 days, in their 5 days. For instance, you know, if they're, maybe one thing that they could do is, instead of the minute they go to a party, having pre-dinner cocktails, right? Because that is where, if we're having cocktails on an empty stomach, then that could catapult us into making some pretty crazy decisions for the rest of the night, right? They might be more apt to eat more crackers and cheese, or indulge in things that they didn't want to, and it wasn't their intention when they went to the party. And so encourage them to maybe just eat dinner first and then enjoy their cocktails. But prior, you know, that could just be one tip, for example, that you can give them to get through that weekend. And then the next week, you can focus on giving them their before and after photos as they submit them. And that's the part that's really fun. So you hold that group open, you make their before and after pictures for them, you keep posting motivation within the group, and you're starting to slowly talk about the Beachbody Health Bet very softly, your next challenge group, how they can get paid to get fit, so on and so forth. And once they see those progress photos and see what they accomplished in that 5 days, they are going to be so proud of themselves and so thankful and grateful for you for helping them see these bad habits that they can start to change very easily by eliminating these four items, and catapult them into an amazing 2017 by joining your health bet and continuing the process of healthy eating and using the container system at that point. And you might want to, you know, do a few teasers and videos here and there saying, you know, when you join my next group, we're going to go deeper into portion control and workouts and how to eat and when to eat and what to eat to give you your most optimal results. So from there, then they have a week after you're done before our Beachbody Health Bet starts. So everyone's going to be pumped up and amped up, and that starts on January 9th. So you want to just continue those conversations going after that 5-day group ends, after the New Year's weekend, and then that next week you're going to give them those progress photos, and they are probably not going to even blink an eye, and they're going to jump right into your Beachbody Health Bet. So make sure you're directing them to your Beachbody Health Bet event walls and talking about it a little bit that next week, getting everybody excited. I'm going to get to your questions in just a little bit, you guys. But that's basically my strategy in how to do this. And if you want to open up that link and look at the template and ask me questions, I'm super happy to answer them for you. But it's pretty fail-proof, and it's super fun, and you can buddy up with another coach. And I think this will be a very strategic and simple process for you to have even that much more interest and solid, you know, right out of the gate results from people that want to keep going and keep continuing and keep working towards their goals as 2017 approaches and into 2017 as well. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you follow through with all your private messaging and keep those conversations going. And I'm going to come now and look really quick. Hopefully I can see your questions without too much struggle here. So we've got Lauren, hey Ashley, Tara, nice to see you. Melinda's here, Brittany's here. You are very welcome, Deb, no problem at all. Ashley Deer's here. Let's see, Tara has a couple questions. How do you keep them posting daily? How often do you message them? With the guided post that I'm going to give you, there's really no problem that I've ever had in engagement. I ask a lot of questions. The daily posts are very thought-provoking. There's some call to actions in there. It's also very simple. Now, if you have a lot of people who join, I would say any more than 25 people, I would set your group up so that only admins can post in the group. So of course people can who join your group can post under your posts, can comment under your posts, but it just keeps the group cleaner and more streamlined. And they can, of course, add their photos of pictures and sweaty selfies and so on and so forth in those comments below. But that's how I like to keep the group just a little bit cleaner. And then I don't lose track of, you know, certain comments that I may miss if something gets buried in the group newsfeed. Now, I've had over 100 people join some of my groups this year, and it can get a little bit crazy. Now, not everybody submits their photos, but the majority do, and that just tells you that they have a little bit of skin in the game and that they are committed when they fully are truly going to submit their photos. And I often get measurements and weight and everything else, and some people feel so deflated when it's over and they only see the scale go down 2 pounds, and then when I show them that picture, it's just blows their mind, because the pictures reflect that. Gosh, I've had one girl, it looked like she lost 25 pounds, and I am not kidding. Her photos were amazing. So how often do I message them, Tara? I message them maybe a couple times. I certainly message them right after they submit their before picture to me. I ask them about their goals. Of course, before they join my group, I always ask if they're working with a coach currently. That message usually happens on Facebook or on the event wall before I move them into the My Challenge Tracker app or the Facebook group, however I decide to facilitate the group. And then I might message them once or twice as the group is progressing, just to make sure they're navigating the group well and finding the information, so on and so forth. If I see somebody not posting, then of course I'll message them, and same thing, are you navigating the group okay? Was this a bad time? And sometimes they're just lurking. They're paying attention, but they're not really commenting or liking posts. So you just never know where somebody's at, and that may be just enough for them. So it's just important to say, hey, you know, I just want to make sure you're navigating the group okay, and if you have any questions. The private messages, I talk about their goals, you know, what their struggles are, obstacles are when it comes to their own health and fitness, and so on and so forth. If the free group ends on the 30th, what will you give them enough time for a challenge pack and ready to go on the 9th? What's your drop dead order date? So after that, Monique, I would say that they probably would have to order by the 2nd or 3rd of January to make sure that they get their challenge packs in okay, or their however, you know, whatever you're guiding them towards, if it's just Shakeology, whatever the case is. And I will tell you that some people aren't gonna order. You know, it might not be the right time for them, or they're not ready. I am a firm believer in allowing people in the next group, regardless, and I let them know I'm making an exception for them. And I will tell you that, you know, sometimes it takes 2 weeks for somebody to be convinced once they're in my 30-day groups to place an order. Sometimes it takes 3 groups or 4 groups or 5 groups, but eventually that person stays on board with me, keeps rotating into my 30-day groups. I keep giving them valuable information, and eventually they will order. So I would say the 3rd or 4th of January. I would say no later than the 3rd, just to be safe. And the 4th is pushing it a little bit to get their orders in. Debs asks, when do you have them place orders to be ready for the health bet? I think I just covered that, so that's cool. Hi Leah, nice to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I think the timing's really good. I really thought about it for a long time, how to leverage this for the health bet. And I think that's really our best bet, is between Christmas and New Year's, and condense the 7 days into 5. Let's see, Keishan says, when do you... Yep. So I think I answered that, Keishan. And I think that's it. So I think I covered everything. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to ask me. The document that I'm giving you, you see the link in the title of this video, but I'm going to post it in the comments as well, is for viewing purposes only. You can't edit it, sorry. But if you go to File on the upper left-hand side of Google Docs and pull down the drop-down menu, you will see Copy, make a copy of this document, and then you can make that copy. It'll go into your Google Docs, and then you can edit your own copy and make any changes, share it with your team, encourage your coaches to do the same. It's really great to buddy up with a coach using this process and do it together. And again, as I stated, you can do this in the My Challenge Tracker app, and then everything's stored for you, right? Like, you don't have to worry about, you can just continually, you know, recycle that content and keep creating new groups. And that's an awesome thing that Beachbody provides us, is that we can take the history of an established group and push it into a new group. Just don't delete your group, your current group, before you do that. All right, so I think, I hope you utilize this template. I also have a 30-day one that if you're interested in that as well. And good luck, you guys, with the Beachbody Health Bet. I think this will really, really push you into a successful health bet by using this strategy. And even if you do your own template, your own free group, I think the timing of doing it between Christmas and New Year's is a really, really good idea. And it keeps people on your board and in your bus, and they don't get too swayed from their possibly great habits they've already created the entire year. And you keep that connection with them to move them over into 2017 and have a super successful year. So have a really great day, you guys. Please feel free again to message me with any questions. Keyshawn, thank you for the opportunity for letting me present, and have a very, very happy holiday, and let's have a great, great, successful Beachbody Health Bet in 2017. Goodbye, you guys.